Hello guys, welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we are back again with another one as we are building up to the Premier League back. This is week 6. The Premier League is back, and there is a lot of things that is happening. We are excited. We are actually interested in finding out who actually is going to win this week as well in terms of the bigger games. We have Liverpool who are playing, this is very important by the way, who are playing Tottenham Hotspurs, and somehow I don't even understand it. Why is everyone saying that Liverpool going to be humbled by Tottenham Hotspurs? I don't know, because the last time Tottenham Hotspurs beat Liverpool, it was around 7 years ago. And somehow that does not mean a thing now. That 7 years of not even beating a team no longer means a thing now in this world, in the world of football we live now. So we're going to be building on to that game, Liverpool versus Spurs, as it is the bigger game. So many people are predicting an upset for Liverpool. Still confused. I really cannot understand that. There are also other games that have been played. Manchester United playing a game with Crystal Palace that they beat in the Carabao Cup is it yesterday or the day before yesterday? It was on Wednesday. Yeah, it was on Wednesday. Then we are also talking about the game between. No, it was on Tuesday. We are also talking about Manchester City. Would they bounce back after being humbled in the game that they played against Crystal Palace? So there is a lot of things to look up to. You guys can do me a favor. You can join me by clicking the like button, subscribe to the Connect, and you can leave your comments in the live comment section so that we know what you are thinking and what also your predictions are, as this is going to be exciting. So I do have some of my predictions as well, and I'm going to just try live on air, by the way, try to just set up a combined 11 of Liverpool versus Tottenham Hotspurs. I don't know, I'm just going to do it on air, because when you do it behind the scenes, they'll say that, or whatever, I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to try to do it live on air. I want to hear if you agree with whatever that I'm going to be picking. It's going to be exciting. But do me a favor, before we even go far, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect, tell your neighbors, your people, anyone who's watching with us, that we are live and we are talking nothing but Premier League. So again, I'm going to give you a round of all the games that have been played this week. As you can see on the screen, we're going to be watching Aston Villa playing against Brighton. We are watching Everton versus Luton, Manchester United versus Crystal Palace, Newcastle versus Burnley, Bournemouth versus Arsenal. That is going to be an interesting one. I'm going to tell you some crazy stats when we come to the game. West Ham versus Sheffield, and I think this is going to be also exciting as well to watch this game. And we also have Wolves versus Manchester City, Tottenham Hotspurs versus Liverpool, which is the bigger game of the week. And lastly, we have Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. But you might not see it, but there should be a Monday game that has been played, because if you know it, well, let me just show you the side. We also have a Monday game where we're going to be watching Fulham playing Chelsea. So that is the last of the games, of all the games that we're going to be played this week. We're going to be talking about them, and I want to hear your thoughts, your predictions. What are you excited about? But anyway, we have to talk about the bigger one, because the big one is the reason why we are all here. We want to talk about Liverpool. We want to talk about Tottenham Hotspurs versus Liverpool. Why are people predicting Liverpool to be humbled by Tottenham Hotspurs? Is it because of the way Tottenham played against Arsenal in that 2-2 draw? Maybe that has given them the confidence that they are just going to walk through Liverpool and just hit them. The Tottenham fans, by the way, out of nowhere, they've got chest. I was just watching 2 different channels that were talking, and all of them were Tottenham fans, of course, and I heard them talking about how their team was going to humble Liverpool. And I don't want to lie to you, I'm confused. Not shocked really, but just confused. How is this even happening? If there is any reason for anyone to believe that Liverpool will be beaten by Tottenham Hotspurs at their ground, please let me know in the comment section. I would really love to debate with you on that one, because so many people are calling it out, and it's getting on my nerves a bit. Anyway, as a Liverpool fan. But anyway, let's talk about the game. So one thing that we're going to be seeing from this game, let me put the screen right now for you to see what I'm talking about here. What we're going to be seeing here, it's a team that has been playing. There are a lot of changes that are happening. So these are arguably the last team that played for both teams in the Premier League, which for Tottenham Hotspurs, of course, we are going to start with them. It was Vicario. We also had Udoji, Van der Beek, then we have Romero and Pedro Porro. In the middle, there's Besuma and Saha, so they're playing a double pivot of DM. Then they have up forward, they have Solomon, then Madison and Kulusevski. Up top, Son Heung-min. So they've decided to take Son from a winger to actually play as a gunman, and it worked so well for them. They caused the havoc on Arsenal. Son was running the show. He scored 2 goals, if I remember so well. Madison, some crazy assist. But this is going to be a different one because we do have so many injuries. This team has so many injuries. There are players that are still a doubt if they're going to feature in the next game, Madison being one of them. We are just going to cover it as we go on. I think the software that I'm using has also provided that information. You see, James Madison, we also Liselso and the Brent Johnson, all of them, they are a doubt if they're going to be fit for the game. For Liverpool, also the players that I believe that could be missing on this game is none other than Trent Alexander-Arnold and Thiago Alcantara. Everyone can talk about whatever they want to talk. We haven't seen Thiago since the season started. In fact, since the preseason started. So this injury that he has, I have no idea exactly what's happening here. So before we go far, the reason why I like to use this Who Scored app, it gives us some news over what's happening here. As you can see, they are only sweating over the fitness of both James Madison and Brenton Johnson after both were forced to come up on Saturday on the North London Derby. This is the former this is former. They are more likely to recover on time. Nobody's sure if maybe it was going to be a Sunday, could be, but at the moment they are not really sure. Other players, of course, like Perisic and some, as you see them, even Perisic, Brian Grew, those ones are out. They're totally out. But these 3 are doubtful. We are not yet sure. Pastor Koglu could make just one change from the Sundays. So is it gonna be just one change? Because okay, Brendan Johnson came in as a sub, right? So yeah, that could be the change that is made. In terms of Liverpool, in terms of the injuries, we might see Trent Alexander-Arnold remain on a doubt, even though they are saying that he could be fit, but we haven't been given that update if he's gonna be fit. We also might see that Thiago, of course, Thiago is not even yet back, so I won't even waste my time talking about him because he's still out. Klopp made 10 changes in the side that played against West Ham on the weekend when we were playing with Leicester City on the yesterday. In fact, yeah, it was yesterday. Curtis Jones is the captain who played, by the way, at the side which Trent Alexander-Arnold or Gomez usually play. That tells me that Klopp was thinking of resting this guy because he needs Gomez to be on his full force and focus on the game on Saturday. So that tells you everything that is going to happen. And that's going to happen here when we come to the game that we're going to be played. But anyway, it's going to be exciting times. We're going to be looking at everything that we see in this game. So for Liverpool, before even West Ham, I was just telling you the injuries. Liverpool team that played, which I think they're going to be back. Becker will be back, of course. We will see Gomez as well playing. Matip, I think he'll be playing alongside Van Dijk. That's why we saw Konate. Remember, Konate is coming from an injury, so he's still recovering from that. So that's why he was not in. Soboslai, of course, in. McAllister and Jones. Those are the people that we are gonna see there. I'm not really exactly sure about Jones. Maybe he might rotate him with the Gravenberch because we saw that there's something there. So we have to keep an eye on that. But these two, Soboslai and Maka, they're going to be playing, and we are also going to see Salah coming back into this team. Diaz as well, he was not there, and Nunes came in for just the last few minutes just for Klopp. He wanted to finish the game, and that made sense because we had already won against Leicester. But one thing that we can talk about Liverpool, which makes them dangerous this season, which so many people are forgetting, is that we have what we have the strongest team in terms of the attacking options. We have any player that we call out can come and cause havoc into any team that we've played. All our forward guys have scored. Gakpo scored, I think, 1. Nunez already scored around 3 or 4 goals with some assists. Salah also has some goals as well. Chicharito, Luis Diaz as well has scored some goals. So that is one thing that so many people are not talking about when it comes to this game, that Liverpool has the firepower to cause any havoc in any team that they play it. So that's one thing that people need to they really need to think about before they keep making this prediction and craziness. They need to remember that this team can hurt any team with the firepower that they have. But what is making this game so exciting is this: we thought Postecoglou was going to change the way he played when he was playing Arsenal. And one thing that we saw with that, we were wrong. He played it the same way, still attacking, still causing, and also defending, which also caused them into some problems against Arsenal. But the difference between Arsenal and Liverpool is this: Arsenal, as much as they are good, their strike force do score, but they don't score every single time. We have got the firepower. Liverpool strike force are there to not only do nothing but score, as well as cause havoc. What Darwin Núñez does in the game, what he has been doing, which I think people like to call it organized chaos. Whatever that you say, it's still chaos. It's that he causes problems into the teams. And that's one thing that people are not really thinking about the most, that what exactly is Klopp cooking when it comes to this one. And now we have midfielders who scores from outside, not only scoring as well, but also, you know, they do so much. They're scoring, they're assisting, they're setting up. You saw that McAllister assist. That it was one of those crazy ones that people keep talking about and talking about as time goes on, because nobody expected such a pass from where he was to where he put it. So that's why I'm saying, don't just rush the race, take this one and say that no, it's done, Liverpool are gonna lose, they're gonna do what. I am saying, people, give this team chance, because they can cause some serious problems. Of course, we might be surprised because we are not yet really strong. You can see that as much as the chemistry is there now with Liverpool, there are still some shaky things that we are seeing in the team. So those are some things that Liverpool still needs to work on. But it is a matter of time. We can see the progression. And also, let me just remind you, we beat Tottenham by 4-3 the last game we played at their own ground, with a team that had Henderson, Fabinho, and who was the other one? Fabinho, and I think the other one was this kid. I'm trying to remember the last. Was it Jones or something? I'm not really sure. If you look at that firepower and all the things that those people did in terms of stats, Liverpool's current team has already done it. They've already done it and actually passed it. McAllister, Szoboszlai, everyone, they're offering something every single time they're playing with this team. So that's why I'm refusing that this is just a game that is going to be a walkover. So many people are also predicting draws, which makes sense. Yeah, a draw, it's going to be a sensible result, especially if you are Tottenham Hotspurs playing with the team that you have been failing to beat. Coming in with a draw, that will give you so much confidence. So I don't know, and anything that I'm checking here on give me on who scored, all their predictions, everything that they're showing, they're talking about how Liverpool are going to be a threat when it comes to this team. Like right now, as you're looking at right now, I'm looking at some predictions right now. They're talking about the man of the match. Son could be one, Bosman as well, Mohamed Salah and Darwin Núñez, and with that is not really important. But look at this prediction. They're thinking that this is going to be a 2-2 draw. And if I'm a Tottenham fan, I'm happy with this, because coming up from playing with a team that has been beating you and causing havoc, getting a draw, that can be something you can build on to after drawing with Arsenal. So it means in a matter of 2 weeks you've drawn with two big teams. But I just don't see it like that. I don't see it like that. I do believe Liverpool will score their iconic 3 goals that they've been scoring for the past 4 games or even 5. I think they'll score those 3 goals and they will stop Tottenham from scoring goals. I actually think Tottenham might only score 1 goal in this game, and because, you know why am I saying that? Because I think the inverted thing will be limited in this game. You might see that Gomez will really spend most of the time at the right back, which will stop so much of the attack of maybe Solomon or even Kulusevski, because Robertson, we know he's able to deal with Kulusevski. Even though Kulusevski can be fast, we also now have midfielders who are comfortable enough to come in and help in defense and build that attack from defense going forward in Szoboszlai and Jones. I'm talking about, because one thing, I don't know if people have been paying attention to Liverpool. These 3 in the midfielders, Szoboszlai, McAllister and Jones, nobody really, as much as on the paper McAllister is the sitting DM defensive midfield, if you look at this team, the way they are playing, Jones and Soboslai, they are all rotating in terms of those positions. You might find Jones playing on the position of Soboslai. You might find McAllister also playing on the position of Soboslai, while the other ones are taking over on the other side. You can also see Jones playing as a DM, while the other ones are attacking. So the fact that we have that ability of these midfielders to play each and every position in those positions, that I think in itself gives so much unpredictability into this team of Liverpool in terms of how they will cause havoc going forward. Because as much as you try to predict, if you cannot really interpret who you are going to be sitting next to, that can also cause problems. So that's why I believe that this team is going to be more lethal than what other people are even predicting. Because if they're going to be just exchanging and doing whatever they'll be doing, that will be dangerous for the team. And one thing I like about Darwin Núñez, the chaos that he caused when he's going forward, even coming back, it's going to be very important going forward. Also, the way he creates space when you are not expecting space, going behind the midfielders, just passing and allowing those balls will give so much chances for even the people behind, in the sides of him, Salah and Diaz, to cause problems. And the Salah, the creator, that's one thing that I feel like people are sleeping on. Salah is not going to be the guy who's going to be coming in trying to score goals, trying to become the guy, the man of the match and stuff like that, what he has been doing. Now he wants to sit back. Now he wants to create. Now he wants to cause problems. And that could be one of the things that makes Liverpool have the upper hand in this game. But also, I'm not sitting down on what we are seeing between Bosman and Saha. Bosuma has now become one of the best midfielders in the Premier League this season. In the 5 games we've watched, or 6 games now we've watched, because of the way he's creating going forward, the way he's defending, the way all the things he's doing. I feel like it will play a part, especially it's playing alongside Saha. So you might find that they will also have to deal with the likes of Salah and Darwin, as well as maybe Soboslai and Jones as they go forward. But don't forget, if Maddison is fit, there is a threat of something being created behind, and that's when we need I think the important part of this game right now, it has to be Gomez and Matip at the back. If these guys cannot stop Son Heung-min, I know Van Dijk will work with them as well, but these two, especially their side, has always been the weakling. And if you have been watching Tottenham Hotspurs in terms of how they have been breaking teams down, they are using that side morely in terms of how Maddison is able to bring back to pass it to Son or whatever they do. So they have to be strong there, and Soboslai has to be one player who comes back more often to stop there. But in terms of that midfield debate between Maddison and Soboslai, who is the best signing of the season, well, maybe this game might give us an idea over who exactly the best of the two is. But it's going to be exciting to see, because man, those guys are all on fire, and we need to give that respect to this. I don't know. That's what I'm believing to see in this game. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Which team do you think has the upper hand, and what will happen? I've seen so much. Of course, I've been impressed by the backline of Tottenham Hotspur. I haven't talked about it. Udogie has really been something. I can't wait to see what he does when he's dealing with Mohamed Salah, because that is going to be a fight that will leave some interesting taste in people's mouth. I can't wait to see that one. And also, I want to see how he stops Mohamed Salah. How is he going to stop him from causing problems going forward? Because what happens is this: as much as he is good in defensive and going forward, he has to keep an eye on Salah. Lose him, you see why so many people are now calling him one of the best forward in the Premier League, because of what he's been doing in this one. So which also bring me to Van der Beek. How is he going to be playing? Try to stop that Núñez Salah link that will be causing havoc there. Romero, will see, he'll be fighting. Pedro Paulo, say whatever you say about the guy, I'm not yet convinced in terms of what he offers. As much as he's been playing so good, I'm not yet convinced with him. You have to give me more intake. That's what I'm saying to the Spurs fans. If you think I'm speaking craziness here, let me know in the comment section. What do you think you will see from this guy? It's going to be an exciting game, I'm telling you, and I can't wait to see how the game will come to an end. But anyway, click the like button, subscribe to connect. My combined 11, like I told you, I'm going to make a combined 11 on this. Goalkeeper, no matter what you say, I'm still choosing Becker. It's not because I don't believe Vicario is a good goalkeeper. As you can see with stats, it seems like he was the best of the team that played last season. I still say Alisson Becker is the best. The reason why I'm saying Alisson Becker, he has so much in his arsenal in terms of what he has done. In terms of defensive, Gomez over Poro. That one's gonna be hard because if it was Trent, I was gonna choose Trent, but it's Gomez. I would say Pedro Poro. Then between Romero and Matip, I think, is it Romero and Matip? No, between Romero and Van Dijk, I'm choosing Van Dijk. Between Van der Beek and Matip, I'm choosing Van der Beek because I feel like he has really proven so much coming into this team. Between Udogie and Robertson, of course, I'm taking Robertson. So my backline is Alisson. We have Pedro Porro. We do have Van der Beek, we have Van Dijk, and we also have N. Robertson. Going forward in the midfield, I'm going to be playing as a midfield 3. Besuma over McAllister. I have to choose Besuma because I think he's more of a DM than what the other ones offers. As well as on this other side, Maddison over... let me say Maddison over Jones, because if I say Maddison versus Szoboszlai, it's going to be a crazy one, because I do believe this team needs a Szoboszlai and also it needs a Maddison. That's what I feel in terms of creating and what Szoboszlai offers is actually more of these two teams. So that's why I'm choosing the two of them. I need them into the team. Then going forward, I'm saying Salah at the wing, Nunes over Son. As much as Son has not played in that one, I still choose him over Darwin Nunes. Kulusevski and Diaz, I will have to choose Kulusevski. I feel like Diaz, because of the injury last season, it was not really good, so he has to work on that. So this is actually an interesting lineup that I've made, because we have Beckham, we have Porro, we have Van der Beek, we have Van Dijk, we have Robertson, we have Besuma, we have Szoboszlai, we also have what's his name? It's actually Tottenham Hotspurs that I predicted that are actually more in dominance in terms of how I've chosen this one, but it's gonna be exciting. The reason why I'm making this, I feel like in terms of class, in terms of what they've offered, these ones are there, but in terms of what they're doing right now, somebody will actually have to choose Darwin Nunes over Son in terms of that left striker option, because he has done more. Kulusevski over Diaz, I'm choosing Diaz because Diaz has scored more goals, so it is a matter of what they've done last season and this season. That's why it's a little bit, not clear at the moment. So anyway, let's move on into that part as we will be listening to my prediction. I actually believe Liverpool will win by 3-1. As much as you don't agree with me, Liverpool, this has been something that they've been doing now for some time. They keep winning by 3-1. I have no idea what we have done with that, but we just keep winning by 3-1. And I think that's the same thing we're going to be seeing here while we're playing with Tottenham at their home ground, because I feel like, that's how the game will play out. So now we are going to be looking at how the team is set up. We're going to be looking at other teams that are going to be played, the other game. Let me know if you agree with whatever I've said with Liverpool versus Spurs. There is a lot of things that is happening with these two teams. So we have Aston Villa versus Brighton. It is one game that so many people have to keep an eye on as well, because it could surprise you. It could leave you with so many bitter tastes in your mouth as well, in terms of how the game might be played or whatever that will happen. But it's going to be an exciting game because Brighton just lost in the Carabao Cup. They're out. Aston Villa, they've been playing well as well. They have an upper hand. So as much as I would really want to say some crazy numbers, I actually feel like this is actually going to be a draw. I actually feel like it's going to be an exciting game, challenging. They will test each other, but Brighton are missing so many chances, and because they're missing so many chances, that will lead them to not actually get full control over this game, and that's why I believe this game will end 2-2 as a draw. I don't know if you agree with me. Let me know in the comment section, but that's how I see it. The next game that will be played, as you can see on the list, we also have Everton versus Luton Town. Somebody has gotta win this game, because there are not so many winners in this game. Somebody has to win, because if they don't win, oh my god, that's exactly that I can say. Oh my god, because these two teams are the worst at this moment. Luton Town, maybe they just got themselves lucky coming into the Premier League with not enough squad to handle the pressure that comes with the Premier League, or maybe they just cannot compete with what the Premier League is offering. I predicted this team in the beginning of the season as a surprise package. How much I've been swallowing my words since this happened. I have no idea. So somebody gotta win between Everton and Luton, and my money has to be on Everton because they do have the experience. Luton Town are failing to get the experience. But if you are Luton Town, if you want to prove something, this is the only game you need to show yourself. This is the only game you need to provide something. Give the fan base something to believe. Do something. This is it. Do something. That's the only thing I can say. We'll throw it as that. This is it. Do something, Luton Town. Anyway, it's going to be exciting to see the game, though, to anyone who's going to be watching. But it's going to be one of those games that will be played in that goal rush. There are so many games that have been played. Manchester United versus Crystal Palace. I know they won by 3-0 in the Carabao Cup, but there were so many changes in the two teams. Now let's see what the big dogs will do. We saw what Sofia Amrabat is capable of doing. He came in, the guy, everyone cannot stop talking about him. They're excited over what he did, and it's gonna be exciting to see what this guy's offers. But Sofia, who's gonna win? I actually think that. Oh, before I go, Everton, my prediction is 3-2. That's my prediction. I'm just looking at it there. But with Manchester United, I feel like as much as they won in this one, they will suffer in the Premier League because it's really hard for a team to win 2 games after playing the team and then you go beat them again. That doesn't usually happen in the Premier League. That's why I've actually gone with the Crystal Palace win. It's going to be a 2-1 win at Old Trafford, with what people like to say. Newcastle are playing with Burnley. One thing that I can tell you without even wasting time, I feel like the former captain of Man City is regretting coming to the Premier League because he is seeing craziness. He is really shocked over what is happening in the Premier League at the moment, how the other teams keep beating him and what's happening. But now he has to go face up with the team that ran on form after beating Man City in the Carabao Cup. What is going to happen? How will this game come to an end? I don't know. My prediction is actually funny. I actually think Newcastle will score 5 goals like Tottenham Hotspurs did. Then Burnley, because they play open and expensive football, they might score 2, but they will be humbled 5-2. That's my prediction. They might not even score 2. It might be 5-1 or even 5-0. That's how good Newcastle are. But Burnley have to change the way they're playing the game. They need to understand that this is the Premier League, not in the Championship. You are not going to get the 100 points that you got, or Centurions as you like to call them, in the Championship. You are now coming to the big dogs and you have to learn to defend against them, or they will embarrass you and humiliate you. Tottenham Hotspurs have already done it. So many teams have beaten you. You've only have 1 point in this new season. You need to start doing something. So those are my predictions. Let me know in the comment section. West Ham also been played in the same time. It's gonna be West Ham versus Sheffield United. As much as Sheffield United have been playing exciting football, as much as they've been doing, this is a battle of defensive. West Ham likes to defend. Sheffield United likes to defend. Somebody has to give somehow in terms of when that one attacks and that one hit them on transaction. And of the two, I feel like West Ham are a stronger team at that. Lucas, we saw why Man City wanted to sign this guy who is still dealing with the Lucas Paqueta. I think that's what you call him. We know he's very good. He showed what he's capable of doing. We saw him at Anfield. So it's going to be exciting to see how that plays out. But my prediction is as clear as this. West Ham 2, Sheffield United 1. That's how I'm seeing it. The Liverpool, I've already done it. City versus Wolves. That's one game that I did not talk to. In fact, I did not even write into my prediction. I have no idea why. They need to bounce back. That's clear as daylight. But the only thing I can say about City, they need to bounce back over how they started. And I think they'll win this game by 3-0 against Wolves. Wolves, as much as they play exciting football, as much as they try to attack, they just don't score their chances. And City will harm them, will destroy them. And that's how I see the game ending. So it has to be 3-0. Haaland scoring another goal, even another Haaland hat-trick. You never know with Man City. Anyway, we move on to the other games that are going to be played. There's only one game on Sunday, which is very weird. One game on Sunday. Never seen that, but that's what we're seeing here, people. To those people who are just joining me on the Connect, if you want to find out my thoughts on the Tottenham versus Liverpool game, go watch the beginning of the video. I think I did almost about 30 or 20 minutes just talking about this game, so go check it out as we continue with the other games. Also, do me a favor, like button, subscribe to Connect. If you have a comment, let me know in the comment section. Your predictions, leave them also in the comment section. That really helps the channel. So, Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. Brentford were knocked out by Arsenal in the Carabao Cup. Nottingham Forest, I'm not sure if they played. I think they were out already. This is a good game. I think it's going to be exciting because both teams are showing up that they're playing so well. But I do have a feeling that as much as they will test themselves in this game will end up as a draw, because Brentford, they are not, as much as they've proven that they can survive without Everton for about 6 months, they are not really that lethal scoring. And I feel like Nottingham Forest, they have the lethal power, even though it does not offer so much. Olonyi and Langa can cause so much problems, so I can't wait to see how that one plays out. So my prediction is as clear as that. We will see Nottingham Forest get something out of this game, so it's exciting times, people. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Hello, how are you guys? I just saw a message here on the Connect. Hello, how are you, sir? How are you? Tell me the team you are supporting and what are you expecting to see in terms of the predictions. Which team is winning for you? Let me just know in the comment section. So like I said, I feel like Nottingham Forest versus Brentford, it will end on 2-2. I feel like they will challenge each other, but the winner will not really come up in the end. So I think that's a fair analysis of the game. As well as Fulham is playing Chelsea on Monday, and as much as Chelsea were enjoying their time getting something in the game, they are going to be in trouble. They are going to be in trouble. I know they won in the Carabao Cup. I'm telling you, Chelsea fans, it's not of hate. I'm just telling you the truth as it is. Your team has some problems. That's the only thing I can say. Until your manager discovers whatever that is happening, until he works on something, there is some problems with Chelsea. And I'm not seeing it coming to an end in the game that they're playing. I feel like they are going to be in trouble. Fulham are so lethal going forward, they can cause problems, and your team needs to provide something if they want to get something in this game, because they will be hurt by Fulham. They are playing it, by the way. It's a London derby, a crazy game, and as much as I would like to look past this team, I feel like it could be one of those games that end on a 3-1 win to Fulham. I feel like they will cause so much problems on this Chelsea. By the way, I gotta repeat this. This is not Chelsea hate. This is not what I feel like. Until Mauricio Pochettino proved me wrong, until we start seeing a good performance from this Chelsea team, there will be a couple of problems, and we're gonna keep seeing them until something has really changed. But yeah, those are my predictions over the games that are gonna be played. And as well, again, people, I'm gonna show you the team that I've set up. Yes, I'm playing fantasy football, by the way. I told you my last team did terribly. I'll show you on the review show. But I'm playing fantasy football. I've made up a team, of course, because I'm a Liverpool fan. I had to remove so many Tottenham Hotspur teams, players that I'd put in. And this is how my team is looking like. I want to hear in the comment section, do you think this team will get me something? Do I get something from this team? Can I get so much points, or it'll be a disappointment again? Let me know in the comment section. So at goal, as you can see, I've chosen none other than my goalkeeper, Alisson. Alisson Becker is the player who's in the team against Tottenham Hotspurs. He has to be very important in this game, because if he is not, we are in trouble. Trippier, I just feel like Newcastle are gonna have a field day against Burnley. That's why I chose Trippier. I feel like he will take over this game, he will enjoy this game, he will cause problems, and that's why I put him. Ruben Diaz, I feel like it has to be clear. They're playing Wolves. Defensively, he will not be tested. He will stop this team. Arsenal, Saliba. If you're an Arsenal fan and you're telling me that Saliba is that defender, you know, I had to put him into this fantasy team, because if he's not going to prove himself as one of the best defenders against Bournemouth, I don't know when exactly. So that's why I chose him. Welcome. Yes, I chose Kyle Walker, because the Wolf game. It's gonna be a field day. It's gonna be a field day. And I predicted West Ham winning. That's why I chose James Ward-Prowse as well as one of the players that are in this team, as well as Szoboszlai, who's actually my captain this week, because I feel like I'm gonna make some money out of that guy. I'm gonna make some money. I need some money. So Szoboszlai is in as the captain. Gordon against Fulham again, against Burnley again. He is gonna cause so much trouble going forward, so that's why he's in there. Sofia Amrabat, as much as I predicted United to lose, what I saw from him, if he's able to give at least 10% to what I saw in that game against Crystal Palace on Tuesday, it's gonna be a good start for him. That's why I put him into my fantasy football. Let me know your team as well, and which player you disagree with me choosing in this fantasy team as well. Let me know in the comment section. Darwin Núñez, I feel like Tottenham Hotspurs, as much as they are good going forward in the midfield, they will be in trouble at the back to keep up with this man, and I feel like I'm gonna make some money out of him. And I had to choose another South American in Gabriel Jesus against Bournemouth. Saka is not 100% fit. So many players are not fit in the team, so Jesus has to give me something. I'm hoping to God that you score a goal, assist to something, as you are my vice. I need those points anyway. So let me know in the comment section. Of course, as you can see here, I'm showing you the teams, the players that are on the sub. Akanji for City, I've chosen him as well. I feel like City are going to have a field day in that game. Matoma against Aston Villa. He's always causing havoc in every game he played, so he has to be there. Wissa against Nottingham Forest. Let's just wait and see, people. Yeah, let's just wait and see. And also Ben Leno against Chelsea. Leno has been unbelievable for Fulham, and I feel like he will continue doing so. So this is my team, people. I've explained it. Beckham, of course, Trippier, Ruben Diaz, Saliba, Walker, Ward-Prowse, Szoboszlai, Gordon, Amrabat, Darwin Núñez, Gabriel Jesus, and as well as Leno, Akanji, Matoma, and Wissa. Let me know in the comment section, do you agree with the team that I've chosen for my fantasy football? I need them points. I need those points. I will review to you by the review show as we look at how many points I've made out of that team, because I might make nothing, like zero. Absolutely zero, but I'm hoping that doesn't happen. But anyway, this has been the preview show, people. These are my thoughts over the games. What are you thinking? What are your predictions? Who's gonna win this week? Who is winning this game? What are your thoughts? Let me know your predictions in the comment section. Your combined 11 between Tottenham Hotspurs versus Liverpool, as it is the bigger game of the week. Let me know in the comment section as well as my fantasy team. Do you agree with it? Are you disagreeing with it? You feel like it's a failure of a team? Let me know in the comment section. That's why it is there for you to make your thoughts be known and be heard. Thank you for watching. This has been the Football Connect. I've been your host, Sam. We'll be back again with another one. I'm out. Do me this big favor. Click the like button. Subscribe to the Connect.